Welcome back, folks, to the Late Ted Online Video Show. Today's show is sponsored by Keystone Technologies. Go to KEYSTONETECH.com, baby, KeystoneTech.com. What's up, Greg?
I was on the edge of my seat waiting for you to say who the sponsor was. I don't know if you noticed that, but
Yeah,
Keystone, check them out. All right.
Hey.
So I just got out of a meeting here, and we had a manufacturing rep come in, which we try to do, once a month, once every couple of months, whatever makes sense. And they came in and they had all these fixtures. I mean, a truckload of fixtures. He brought in all these samples, which, I don't always agree with, but sometimes they do. Sometimes it's nice to see these fixtures.
Sure.
And one he brought in was a bunch of different decoratives. And, I saw them all and I was like, okay, they're nice looking fixtures. But one thing stood out in every single one of them. They're all purpose built LED. All right.
Yeah.
So that gets me thinking a little bit. And I'm like,
No
okay,
socket.
well,
Got a driver in there.
there's no socket. It's either driver or driverless or whatever they're trying to do. But basically, every question I ask when I see it is, well, how do you replace it? Well, you don't. You throw the thing out when you're done. And I know we've talked about that a lot. And
Life
I think
cycle
it's time
versus lifetime. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I think we just and we have one coming out titled "Lighting is an Appliance," and I think we just have to get there in our mindset. Everybody in the industry just has to understand that there's nothing we can do about it. At this point, lighting is an appliance, and we have to own it and we have to go with it. But what kills me is the decorative fixtures, because when I see it and I'm like, all right, that's a nice looking fixture, but you got to throw the damn thing out when that thing burns out. You got to throw the whole thing out. And you better hope it's going to be around, which is another whole issue. But today I was looking at it and I was like, okay, if it's going to be a decorative fixture and I'm going to throw it out, it better cost me less than $50. And then I can justify throwing it out in 5 years. But there's still decorative fixtures out there that are $300, $400 that you're going to have to throw out. So my message to the industry, if you're going to do a damn appliance, if every fixture is an appliance, it better be cheap. Sorry.
Well, I think it was Justin Timberlake who said, "I'm bringing sexy back." I think the socket's going to make a comeback, and I'll tell you why. I disagree with you. I don't think it's going to be an appliance. I think the socket's going to be coming back hot. But I think there's going to be. I think that real estate has been taken that can never be yielded again in terms of the ability to design with the LED driver. Things that you can put together are pretty wild. Like Elemental LED, a nailed member of ours, they have some really fancy stuff, dude, like that you could not do with sockets, right? In traditional light.
Yes.
Okay. That being said, that real estate has been yielded and everything else. I believe the socket's coming back. The one thing that nobody's talking about is that you're saying it should be cheap because you're forgetting about integrative lighting. You're not factoring in the train that's coming at you 100 miles an hour, which is integrated lighting, which is tunable, which is circadian friendly, which it brings you productivity yields, right? You're forgetting about all that, right?
Is it going to do that?
I mean, look, I'll tell you this. It took them. I've always said this when other people come in. They say, well, Colligan, what do you think? Well, we know how to hurt people with lighting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, remember when, you get an LED light fixture that's flashing on and on? Go into lock someone in a room with that thing. That's torture, dude. Yeah. Like, you can torture someone with that for sure, right? Ding, 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 like flick. So everybody will have a seizure eventually, not just epileptics. Right. Like you stay in one of those, like you lock someone in a room with a flicking LED light for a certain, they're gonna die. They're gonna die from light exposure. Okay, so seriously, like or they're gonna be alive, but they're gonna be dead, right? Like they're brain dead. Yep. So we know how to hurt people with lighting. Okay, now. Do I believe that we're on the cusp of lighting distributors implementing and like Nailed and Naumco members getting together at a convention saying, we're doing, human-centric this and it's actually true? I don't think we're anywhere near that. Right. I think we're at least a decade away from Corey Schneider at Lighting Unlimited prescribing, and he won't mind if I say his name, do you think?
He's gonna have a notebook out and write a prescription to someone.
Yeah, exactly. Or Spencer Miles, like, what you need is 6,500K at 10 o'clock. Like this kind of stuff. Yeah,
Yes.
Spencer, yeah, it seems to be the best, right? I mean, we're a long ways away from that, buddy. We're a long way away from that. And anybody that's presumptive enough to say that they know anything more than best practices or anything. I think Uta Bessenecker said it best when she came on the Get a Grip on Lighting podcast and talked more about a supplement, right?
Yeah, it's a supplement versus a medication or prescription. Yeah.
And I think it comes down, honestly, I think it comes down to this. Do you remember when, and now we've gone from the socket, no socket to socket to integrative lighting on this one show, but I'm going to bring it all together here in a second. Remember when we were in Deborah Burnett and Jim Benya's house?
Mm-hmm.
And it was so beautiful, right?
Yes.
Like it was so beautiful. It made you feel good to be there, right? Now, is that because the lighting was if they had 6,500 Kelvin lighting in that house, it wouldn't have been beautiful.
True.
Right? It was low Kelvin temperature. The decor was beautiful and gorgeous. So look, beautiful interior design will improve your health. That I can guarantee. And lighting is a part, maybe the heart of beautiful interior design. The problem here is that the lighting industry doesn't know what it is. They don't know whether we're selling sockets and wires and appliances or integrative. Like, what the hell are we going to be selling? I used to sell light bulbs. Now we're talking about writing prescriptions for people's health with lighting.
Right.
I mean, come on, dude. Put the socket back in there. Keep it.
Who's gonna bring it back? Who's gonna bring it? Because I just had a meeting. 30 different products, every single one of them purpose built. Who's bringing the socket back? And this is multiple manufacturers. Nobody.
Ooh.
Yet.
But you know what? Hey, Alician, the king.
True. Yeah.
He talked about the socket.
Mm-hmm.
He talked about the socket with us. Look, here's the thing. We haven't really seen the consequences yet.
They're coming. They're coming.
Like, that's another train coming. That's another train coming in the other direction.
Every time I sell one of these appliances, that's what I think about. Like, oh, good, I got a sale, but I just sold an appliance that they got to.
Hey, are you in the toaster business, Greg Ehrich, or what? You
All of a sudden,
toasters?
I am. Yeah.
You should sell toasters
you
too. And my toaster is going to improve your health.
And that's not a joke. There are companies that are
selling toasters that improve health.
I know a company that are selling toasters that are in the LED market too. And I think it's a toaster company or fryer company or something like that. Won't name names, but you can figure it out. It's awesome.
You know what? I mean, I think we were talking to some peeps and they're telling me that, there's a vacuum company that sells light bulbs now too. Apparently anyone can sell light bulbs.
Right. Because it's an appliance.
Yeah.
Right now. So let's make it not an appliance.
Yeah. Come on, man. Well, you know what the thing is too? You know that you ever see that movie Meet the Parents?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can milk anything with nipples, buddy. Folks, this has been the Lighthead online video show. It's brought to you by KeystoneTech.com. That's Keystone Technologies. Go to KeystoneTech.com, man. Light made easy, Greg. The Retrofit Kings.
Check them out.
Woo!
Today.